We started right away. So it is embedded inside of our platform. It's part of everything we do. So AI, data science powers tons of decisions and features that are inside of our platform. So if you're talking to a software vendor that's like, yeah, now we're starting to dabble in AI, or they just inject ChatGPT into their platform and say, this is our AI implementation. You need to look and say, okay, well, your company started 10 years ago and you're just now starting to use these tools that have been around because it's exciting.
How informed are you?
Yeah.
What are you sure you know what it's going to do?
I mean, the theme with all these AI systems is that they are self-learning, which means they need data to learn from. And so longevity is very important because our models have been trained on years and years and thousands of data points. And it takes them, even if you were to take a fresh model and inject that much data, it just takes time. It takes time for that data model to evolve, and even for the data science to tweak and make adjustments that they need to make it to make sure that the model is right for your application.
Yeah.
And that's
Reinforcement learning.
Right. And then with ChatGPT, if sharing that your data to a third party that is then using it to train a model that it's also sharing with other companies, that's also something to just think about and make sure you're aware, because you are sharing sensitive data and it is remembering it. That's how it learns. That's how it gets better. And so it's something that we've done is kept our technology very proprietary, kept it all in-house so that your data is secure, not only from a security standpoint, but also to curate our models to be very specific to the use case of an auto alert dealer.
Tailor-made for the automotive space, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like I always feel like I'm putting ChatGPT down. No, I'm not doing that. There's cool technology that we're using that's specific to the sector that we're in that is going to be more helpful because it's what it's been trained on. Excuse me. But ChatGPT is still a tool, and we've talked about this. If you're a employee at a dealership, or you're, an employee anywhere, or you're a human being on the world right now, you should be checking out these AI tools and incorporating them into your work and life. So don't just, I'm not trying to spook you away from ChatGPT, but I think we should learn that there's tools inside of platforms that have purpose built to attack a certain sector.
Intent is very important.
Yeah.
Intent is very important. And when you have an industry or a very specific industry like automotive, there's a bunch of things that go with that.
Sure.
I.e. all the data that we have, which is majority customer data, right? These are people attached to all these numbers and data points.
Yeah.
So it is important for us to have that level of intent behind it. So to your point, yes, we're not putting down ChatGPT. I subscribe.
You said me too.
Yeah, thank you. And I love it. And it is, I think it's one of the greatest personal assistant enhancements that is, it's out there for the public. It's within reach. There's not a huge paywall behind it. And then there is a free version of it.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So there's a version of that is fantastic for our society. And there's a way to leverage it because of how much data we operate with.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. That's the reason AI is useful. It gives us a way to manage massive amounts of data and make sense of it, but not only make sense of it, have it inform itself. Okay. Yeah. Based on this new data, how does it correspond to the old data? And does that impact new decisions later? Or do we need to take a different route? And it's doing it like this.
Yeah.
Right. We used to be AI.
Yeah.
There's some big brains. I'm not saying our brains are going to get smaller because we're using AI. I think it allows us to be.
It's something to ponder.
It's a theory. Yeah.